Hello guys, welcome back to STEM Trainers. Now today we are going to do some exam style questions on quadratics. Now we have made some videos on quadratics like how to complete the square in all the cases, how to draw the graph in all the cases, how to find the maximum and minimum values of a quadratic. So let's today do some exam style questions. So this is our first question. The equation kx square plus 4x plus 5 equals k, where k is a constant, has two different real solutions for x. Okay, so what is given is we are given a quadratic. So this is our quadratic, and they are saying that this equation has two real and different or distinct solutions. So we have to show that k satisfies this inequality, and we have to find all the possible values of k. Okay, so let's start this. So first thing is, now the most common mistake, even some of my students do this a lot. So the first mistake is whenever they see this quadratic, they assume that this is a, this is b, this is c, and they apply the discriminant formula, which is wrong. So you always have to remember, whenever you are applying the discriminant formula or drawing the graph or anything, one side should be 0, either left or right. So now you can see right side you have a value k. So these will not be the correct values of ABC. So first thing that you will do is you will make the quadratic so that one side is 0, either the left side is 0 or the right side is 0. So let's take this k to left side of the equation. So we have this equation now. So now we can say that my a value is k, my b value is 4, and my c is 5 minus k for this quadratic. Now once we have this, now they are saying it has two real and distinct solutions. So it means my discriminant should be greater than it should be greater than 0, because it says distinct also. So when d is greater than 0, we have real and distinct solutions. When d is equal to 0, we can say that my solutions will be real and equal. And when my d is less than 0, that is my discriminant is less than 0, then my roots are non-real and obviously distinct. Okay, now let's start this. So as they have given two real and distinct solutions, so let's do d is greater than 0. So discriminant is equal to b square minus 4 times a into c. So this value should be greater than 0. Let's simplify this. So this is nothing but 16 minus, let's multiply this. This will be 5 into 4 is 20. So minus 20k. And this minus minus becomes plus. So plus 4k square is greater than 0. Now we can divide this whole equation by 4, because 16 divided by 4 is 4, 20 divided by 4 is 5, 4 divided by 4 is 1. Okay, so let's divide everything by 4. So what we will get is dividing everything by 4. So we will get 4 minus 5k plus k square is greater than 0. And I think this is what we need to prove in part A. Right? K square minus 5k plus 4 is greater than 0. So that's our A part. Okay, let's go for B part now. Now B part, hence find the set of possible values of k. So now basically we have to solve values of k from this inequality. So let's first write this k square minus 5k plus 4. Now I have made a video for this also, solving inequalities in linear or quadratic. So what we do is we equate this to equal to 0. So k square minus 5k plus 4, or you can just say you try to make factors of this. So this is k minus 4, k minus 1. So what are the roots? We are getting 1 and 4. So now we know that this is 1, this is 4. Now we will try to draw the rough graph of this quadratic. So one root is 1, other is 4. And you can see that this is parabola opening upwards. So my graph will be something like this, right? And so this is my graph. So this is my negative region, and you can see this is my positive region, and this is my positive region. Correct? So we have to find where this quadratic is positive. So when we say quadratic is positive, it means graph is above the x-axis, because above the x-axis what happens is y is positive. Y means the graph or the quadratic. Okay, so what is my answer? So either k is less than 1 or k is greater than 4. So either k is less than 1 or k is greater than 4. So this is my answer. So these are the set of values of k for which this quadratic will have two real and distinct solutions. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Second question. Now this is a very good question. Fx is equal to x square minus kx plus 9, where k is a constant. Find k for which fx equal to 0 has no real solutions. Okay, now we just discussed this. We can solve this very quickly. No real solutions. So no real solutions means we know that discriminant will be less than 0. So let's quickly do this. So my quadratic is x square minus kx plus 9. So this is my quadratic. Fx is this. So what is my ABC? So A is 1, B is coefficient of x, that is minus k, and C is 9. Okay, so always remember this. One side should be 0, right? Fx is given as equal to 0. So basically this is my quadratic. Okay, so discriminant is equal to b square, that is minus k square, minus 4 times a, that is 1, into c, that is 9. So this is my discriminant. This should be less than 0. So ultimately I will get k square minus 36 less than 0. Okay, now this is important. Now why I said this is important is because this is another problem where students make a lot of mistakes after this. Now what students do, I will tell you. What they will do is they will write k square as less than 36, and then they will write k is less than plus minus something like this, which is totally wrong. You can't solve it like this. Now even some of my students do this initially. Now this is a very bad practice. See, actually we are used to this. Whenever we have a square, we just quickly take square root and plus minus, things like this. But in inequality, this doesn't work. In inequality, it always works. So if k square is equal to 36, you take the square root and plus minus. So my answer is k is equal to plus minus and 6. Now remember this thing. This is a wrong way of solving this. Okay, so what's the correct way of solving this? So what you will do is, see what you did here. This was a quadratic, right? An inequality in k, which is of quadratic form. So again, you can see this is also a quadratic, right? K square. Whenever you have k square, it's a quadratic. Correct? So again, you try to make factors of this. Now, actually, this is, if you try to look at this, this is k square plus 0k, you can write, minus 36 less than 0. So now try to make factors. I have seen the students, when I write this, they very quickly make the factors. So it should be, sum should be 0, right? So plus 6 and minus 6. So k plus 6, k minus 6 less than 0. Now again, this is a quadratic, so we will try to draw the rough graph, or however you are used to solving the inequality. So minus 6 plus 6, and the graph will be something like this. So this is my graph, and obviously this is negative values, this is giving positive value, this is giving positive values. Now I need this quadratic to be less than 0, as you can see here. We need this quadratic to be less than 0, less than 0, less than 0. So where it is less than 0? In this part, right? In this part, it is below the x-axis. So what's my answer? My answer is k is less than 6 but greater than minus 6. So that is my answer. I hope it's clear. That's why I said this is a very good question, because students make lot of mistakes in this part. Okay, so that's my A part. Now let's look at B part, what they are saying. So in B part we have is k is 4. Now if you take k as 4, express fx in the form of x minus p whole square plus q, where p and q are constants to be found. Okay, yeah, this is completing the square, right? We have already done this so many times. We have made 3-4 videos on this also. So x square minus 4x plus 9. I think it was minus kx plus 9, I think. Yeah. So if k is 4, my fx is this. So how do we complete the square? We remember it like this. Find the coefficient of x, that is minus 4, divide by 2. So divide by 2 will give you minus 2. So this is x minus 2 whole square minus minus 2 square plus 9. So this is my answer. Now if you have trouble in completing the square, so you can go watch that video of completing the square. Okay, so this is nothing but, let's simplify this, x minus 2 whole square, and this is minus 2 square. Now be very careful in this. Minus 2 square is 4, not minus 4. I have seen students write minus 4. This is 4, and because there is already a minus, that's why it's minus 4. So x minus 2 whole square minus 4 plus 9, which is nothing but x minus 2 whole square plus 5. So this is my answer. Now what's my value of p? So p will be equal to 2. And what is my value of q? Q will be equal to 5. So that's my answer to B part. Okay, C part. Now C part is interesting. In C part they are asking is find the minimum value of fx and also find the value of x for which it occurs. Okay, so now we have already done how to draw the graphs. So now if you look at this quadratic, you will observe that this a is 1. Now we discuss this. Whenever a is positive, we will have a smiley face graph, right? We will have graph like this. And whenever a is less than 0, then we have a sad face graph like this. Whenever a is less than 0, whenever a is positive. Now in this case, you can say a is 1. So my graph of quadratic will be something like this. Now if my graph is something like this, you can see that which point is my minimum point. So this is my minimum point. What is this point? There are a lot of names. This is, for this curve, you can say this as stationary point. We have discussed this also, stationary point, or you can say this is my vertex, right? Stationary point, vertex, or you can say turning point. There are a lot of names for this particular curve. So turning point. And we know what is my turning point. So this will tell me my turning point. This point is x is 2. And what's my y value? So when x is 2, y is nothing but 5. Correct? So y is equal to actually x minus 2 whole square plus 5. So when x is 2, y is, this will be 0. So 0 plus 5 is 5. So 2 comma 5. So this is my stationary point. Now, there might be some students who are thinking why x is 2. See, it's very simple. You need minimum, right? So this is a square. So when is square minimum? Whenever a square value is minimum is whenever that square value is 0, because that square value can't be negative. So the minimum it can have is 0. So that's why I said x is 2. So it means my x value is 2 and they're asking for minimum value of fx. So fx minimum value is nothing but 5. So this is my answer. I hope it's clear. Okay, let's try the last question. Okay, So this is my third exam style question. Fx is equal to some quadratic is there where k is a constant. Find the discriminant of fx in terms of t. So let's first find the discriminant. So discriminant, okay. So discriminant is nothing but b square minus 4ac. Now be careful, always see one side should be 0, right? So this is my fx. So whenever I will make an equation from this, it will be fx equal to 0. So obviously now I can write ABC. So what is my A value? A is 4k, that is coefficient of x square. What is my B value? B value is coefficient of x, that is 4k plus 2. And what is my C value? C value is the constant, the terms which doesn't have x. In this case, we have only one term, that is 1. Okay, so ABC we have. Now let's find the discriminant. So discriminant is B square, that is 4k plus 2 whole square minus 4 times A is 4k and C is 1. So this is my answer. Let's simplify this. Now this is 4k plus 2 whole square. So either you can use FOIL method. If you are comfortable in FOIL method, you can use that. Or if you are not comfortable in FOIL method, if you are used to a plus b whole square, this identity, you can use this identity also. Because I know there are some students who know this identity, there are some students who don't know this identity. So whichever method you like, you can follow. And I will advise you, if you don't know this identity, this is very useful in lot of questions. So it's always better to learn this identity. Okay. So I will use this identity or whichever method you like. So you try to find this. So it will be 16k square plus 2 square is 4 plus 4, 8, 16k minus 16k. Okay, so this k gets cancelled. So my discriminant is coming out to be 16k square plus 4. So that is my A part. We have to find the value of discriminant. Now B part. B part is prove that fx has two distinct real solutions for k not equal to 0. Okay, so k is not 0. Okay, so let's look at this discriminant value. So this discriminant value is 16k square plus 4. Now, if k is not 0, it means either k is positive or k is negative. So if k is positive or negative, this 16k square will always be positive because it has k square in it. So it doesn't matter whether k is positive or negative, k square will be positive. So it means this is greater than 4. And you can give the reason because k square is always, or k square not always, I mean we are concerning this question, k square is greater than 0. So when k square is greater than 0, then 16k square is also greater than 0. It means this whole discriminant will be greater than 4. And discriminant greater than 4, it implies discriminant is positive, or you can say discriminant is greater than 0, right? If some value is greater than 4, then obviously I can say that value is greater than 0 also. So it means it will have real and distinct solutions. So that's all they are asking in B part, that we have to prove it has real and distinct solutions. Okay, C part. Now in C part they are asking, explain why fx cannot have two distinct real roots when k is 0. Okay, so when k is 0, so if you look at this equation, this is my quadratic. Let me just erase this. Okay, so this is my quadratic. Now if k is 0, what happens? Now when k is 0, my quadratic reduces to, this will be 0 because 4 times 0 into x square is 0. And if k is 0, then 4k is also 0. So what is left now? The only thing that is left is 2x plus 1 equals 0. then obviously you can say that if k is 0, then my equation is 2x plus 1 equal to 0. It implies x is minus half. So which is a linear equation, obviously you will get only one root. So they are asking explain why fx cannot have two distinct real roots when k is 0. So your explanation is when k is 0, the quadratic reduces to a linear equation. And obviously a linear equation cannot have two real distinct roots. And anyways, this equation has a root only x equal to minus half. So that's your answer. So I hope it's clear. So these are my exam style questions, and most of them are based on discriminant, graph, and completing the square. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.